Welcome back to the Freeport Connection with Tommy. As if you didn't know that. Okay. This is going to be about WWE recording for, let's call it SmackDown. But first, just a little bit of WWE news. There was only 40 minutes and 2 seconds on Raw from Vegas. And I previously noted that WWE said on Raw that Mason Ryan was injured over the weekend, but he didn't work any live events. F4W Online reported that Ryan had suffered an injury out of the ring and will be away from minimum of 6 weeks to 6 months. And the WWE website has updated their story on CM Punk's storyline suspension. They are now stating that CM Punk and the company have reached an agreement that will allow Punk to fulfill his non-televised live event obligations for the remainder of his contract, being July 17th. The story claims that both sides have agreed not to disparage one another. To view the item, visit WWE.com. Okay, and now for your NXT on WWE.com. Reported from Tuesday night. Taped earlier in Phoenix, Arizona. A video hyped the elimination for later. Opening video aired, and Todd Grisham and William Regal checked in on commentary. Regal predicted Conor O'Brien would go home. Darren Young made his ring entrance and said he was alone because Chavo Guerrero quit on him. He said Chavo quit because he was jealous, because Young had done more in his short career than Chavo done in his 15 years. O'Brien made his ring entrance while cutting a promo, but it looked like he forgot the words up for the moment. And then he said a bunch of words that didn't even make sense, blah, 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 sometimes like I do when I talk too fast. So maybe he should have stayed silent. Match number 1, Darren Young defeated Conor O'Brien in about 8 minutes and 42 seconds. They locked up for a long time and then spilled to the floor. O'Brien hit a clothesline, then they got back into the ring to take control. You could hear a bug fart in the arena as how quiet the Arizona crowd was. They wasn't even selling any moves. Young hit a swinging neck breaker on the apron with both men recovered. And then they went to commercial. Back from commercial, the Young worked and got in control. Young hit all strikes and rest holds as the crowd chanted, "You suck." O'Brien called for the fans to cheer for him, like 12 people did, 15 tops. Young even did the three amigos and pounded on his chest to almost no reaction. He hit the frog splash for the win. They now seem hyped. Yoshitatsu versus Tyson Kidd. Backstage, Yoshi was sitting at his shrine with his action figure. Kidd walks up and grabbed the doll. He mocked Yoshi and then ripped the legs off. Yoshi tackled him and beat the hell out of him until security pulled him away. Can't believe that I'm even letting y'all know about this crap. There were virtually no moves outside of strikes and tackles. The crowd was beyond dead. Nobody cared about these guys at all. The Yoshi thing was good, if weird, but they're pros. NXT is supposed to be about getting the rookies over, so I thought. Yoshi made his entrance and Kidd followed. Regal pointed out the little tuft of hair on Kidd's head now was gone. And it said it was because Bret Hart grabbed it in a training session. Match number 2, Yoshitatsu defeated Tyson Kidd in about a 9-minute, 20-second match. Tatsu went right after Kid and wailed on him. Kid drove Yoshi into the corner and took control. He knocked Yoshi down to the floor, hit a drop kick into the stairs. Went to commercial. Back from commercial, Kid worked several submission moves. Tatsu finally fought back, and the crowd came alive for the moment of hope. He went to the top, and Kid ran up. Yoshi shoved him down, but Kid hit a drop kick on the legs to rack Yoshi. Kid hit a hurricanrana for a hot near fall. Kid hooked a fisherman lift, but Yoshi slid out and hit the roundhouse kick for the win. And the announced team hyped JTG versus Titus O'Neil for the next match. Backstage, JTG was talking to himself in the mirror, very similar to what R-Truth was doing when he was standing at the Raw Roulette Wheel on Monday Night Raw. Hornswoggle then sneaks up from the trash can that was near him and tried to steal JTG's necklace. JTG stopped him and acted like he might attack him. Titus ran up and stopped JTG. He said horny like gold because he was a leprechaun. JTG said it was platinum. Horny through Titus said it was white gold. JTG just stormed off. Commercial break. I am back for a commercial. This crowd is killing me. It's hard enough to watch the crap week in and week out. Damn you, Arizona. You could at least fake it for at least 1 week. Kid versus Tatsu wasn't as good as it could have been. Hornswoggle stuff makes me want to kill myself. Well, it's NXT. What do you expect? Okay, Maurice joins the announced team before ring introductions. Horny and Titus were out first. A video showed the exchange between Horny and Maurice last week. JTG was out next. Match number 3. Titus O'Neil with Hornswoggle defeated JTG in basically a squash match at 3 minutes and 23 seconds. The match was actually about Maurice and Horny. He gave her the check yes or no letter, and she played on it. JTG backed in Horny at one point, and Maurice told Horny to get him. Horny went to the apron and posed, and Maurice laughed. Titus hit the finisher for the victory. Maurice held up the letter and ripped it up. Horny left the ring, dejected and shoving Titus away as he tried to cheer Horny up. Commercial break. Yeah, commercial on the internet. Okay. Normally I would bitch about this, but JTG is so bad, I don't care that they took attention off the match or not. Maurice is unbelievable as a person. Could be her role. She laughs at odd times and just not buying her character. Well, that's the Divas for you. The Raw Rebound aired, and it's a recap CM Punk promo from Raw. Shocker. Grisham addressed the camera and said Punk had been suspended, and that rumors were swirling that Vince would be at Raw next week. And guess what? He was. And he lifted the suspension with stipulations. Alright, next, Maurice explained the current redemption point totals, and Matt Striker called for the elimination. Conor O'Brien was eliminated. O'Brien cut his out the door promo, looked right at the camera and said, Hunter, if you're listening, I was never good at board games, and all I'm asking for is a chance to play the game. He left, and Striker hyped the season coming to a close. He said they would not be going to the finals alone, and introduced the new rookie, Derek Bateman's return, with pro Daniel Bryan. So down to the final 3. Young did not look pleased. I guess Derek was eliminated due to some type of injury while he's back from his injury. The right guy went home, but now with the Hunter promo, that kind of caught me off guard. I'm not surprised Bateman is back. He got hurt in season 4, and this makes sense. It will be interesting to see what happens now. No, it won't work. I won't care. I still don't care. It's internet. Who cares? If you're with me, send me comments. Thanks for reading along tonight. And I will be posting another video for next week's SmackDown later on tonight, as soon as I get the results, as they are in Tucson Convention Center in Tucson, Arizona. Well, I used to bowl there back when I was 4, 5, 6 years old. Being that my dad traveled around the world in the military in the United States Army. We actually lived in what do you call it? Sierra Vista, Arizona. Because my dad was stationed at Fort Huachuca. Okay, and now for your dark match on SmackDown. Derek Bateman beat Johnny Curtis. Match was taped prior to the live NXT, and the announcer killed Bateman's name. He called him Backman. And now for your WWE Superstars SmackDown version. Alicia Fox beat Caitlyn. Well, that was actually, I think it was Raw. Let's see. Okay. Match number 2. Usos beat Tyson Kidd. Supposedly, this was a handicap match because they didn't even give the third one. I had to go back and find out who it was. Well, it was Trent Beretta. Uso brothers beat Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel with Heath Slater. There was a sick super kick spot during the match. Noted last night the Usos faced the team of Tyson Kidd, Justin Gabriel, and Heath Slater for the Thursday's Superstars. And Trent Beretta was actually on the Usos team. So the Usos won. So the Usos are turning face. Okay. And now what you've been waiting for? Not SmackDown, is it? Okay. Money in the Bank briefcase is hanging above the ring. To start off the program, well, Teddy Long banned Christian from ringside during the Randy Orton versus Mark Henry main event. Christian demanded a match against Orton at Money in the Bank. Okay. Randy Orton beat Mark Henry by countout. Big Show's music played and caught Henry off guard. Randy hit an RKO outside, and Henry was counted out. Henry headed to the technical area and went nuts. He grabbed the music technician, threw him around, started trashing the arena. Actually, the area. Then he tossed the technician around again. A huge heat for Mark Henry. And your next match was Daniel Bryan versus Ted DiBiase. Daniel Bryan came out with no music. I wonder why, because the technician was thrown out and beat up. Christian approaches Teddy Long in the back and wants a title shot. Well, duh. Teddy makes Christian versus Sin Cara tonight for Christian playing Big Show's music earlier. Now, how did that happen when the technician got beat up? Okay. But then they got a backstage segment. Cody Rhodes is upset with Ted DiBiase. Are they doing the Cody Rhodes heel turn? And the switcheroo with Ted DiBiase face turn. Ooh, that was quick. Okay, Christian defeated Sin Cara in a decent match. Christian won with a spear. A contract signing between Christian and Orton will take place later in the show. And next up was Cody Rhodes defeating Ezekiel Jackson in a non-title match with the help from Ted DiBiase. So I guess they got their things straightened up. Don't know. Backstage segment with Johnny Curtis that didn't make much sense again. What's that make? A full month of No nonsense. And Kane beat Wade Barrett with a choke slam. This looked like a match between Money in the Bank participants because they kept focusing on the briefcase but didn't announce anything yet. Well, Teddy Long called out Randy Orton and Christian for the contract signing. Christian brings a lawyer with him. It's in the contract that if the referee makes a bad call, he gets another rematch. Orton is all business here on the microphone. Orton signed the contract, and before Christian does, Sheamus attacked Orton from behind. Sheamus also laid Christian out and destroyed the contract to end the show. So, doesn't that make you think it's going to be a triple threat? Okay, and now for your dark match main event. From last night's WWE tapings in Phoenix, saw Randy Orton defeat Christian in a street fight with the RKO. Okay, and that ends your taping results for NXT and SmackDown. Thanks. See you later tonight when I post the next week's edition of Streetport Connection with Tommy.